This autumn, I decided to go on a little adventure to search for Ruska in Finland. Ruska is the Finnish word for the changing of the leaves, a fleeting moment when the forest turns golden before winter arrives. I wanted to see what autumn looked like here and share it with you all. The warmth, the slowness, and the quiet magic hiding between the trees. When I first arrived, the very beginning of Ruska was just starting to show. The trees were only just starting to turn. The air was cool and still, and you could almost feel the season shifting. Calli once told me that autumn doesn't always appear in Finland, that some years it comes and goes so quickly you can barely notice it. So I made it my autumn goal to find it, to search for every glimpse of Ruska I could before it faded away. Even then, I was already in love with it. The golden light, the slow rhythm of the days, it all felt like stepping into a fairy tale. And I couldn't wait to see what the rest of Finland's autumn had to offer us. Not after long, we visited an international market. The leaves were only slightly changing there, but the market was full of cozy surprises. Warm pastries, handmade crafts, and jars of gold and Ruska honey. I even found a British fudge stall tucked between Finnish stalls. A tiny piece of home that made me laugh. That week, I started finding autumn treasures everywhere I went. Shops were filled with candlelight, shelves lined with pumpkins, and even a Finnish copy of one of my favourite cozy reads, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I had to be careful not to buy too much. Calli and I are saving for our wedding here next autumn, but I couldn't resist a few cookie cutters to take home. And the more I looked, the more I realised Finland absolutely does do autumn, despite what Calli had told me. Even the donut shops had seasonal treats. And I started noticing little pumpkins appearing in cafes and markets. It was like autumn was quietly revealing itself, one cozy detail at a time. Then came one of my favourite parts of the whole trip, a visit to Pumpkin Weeks in Southern Finland. It's a free autumn festival filled with carved pumpkins, glowing lanterns, and cozy magic everywhere you look. I wasn't sure what to expect. The photos online looked nice, but in person it was actually breathtaking. The trees around the park were already deep orange and gold, and the whole place buzzed with excitement. There were pumpkins of every shape and size, funny faces, spooky designs, even a few carved into animals. You could buy your own carved pumpkins or watch people carving new ones right there on the spot. And as the sun went down, everything changed. The entire place came alive. It felt like stepping into a spooky dream. I didn't want to leave. Calli had to gently pull me away, and even then I kept saying just one more look. And as we left, we saw people paddling across the lake in canoes filled with glowing pumpkins, the perfect ending to an autumn day. What I loved most about this trip was how much time I spent simply watching, observing. I'd never slowed down quite like this before, and I think that's what made Ruska feel so magical. In Finland, the colours change really rapidly. One week it's gold, and the next week it can be bare. But because it's fleeting, it feels even more precious. Some days we just drive through the countryside, stopping to look at lakes, or to sit quietly under the trees together. It reminded me that slowing down doesn't mean missing out. It actually means that you finally start to see all the beauty around you. October is always special, but it's even more so because it's Calli's birthday. He says he doesn't like his birthday, but he always spoils me, so I wanted to spoil him. I took him to a spa for the night. It was quiet, surrounded by forests with a balcony that looked over the lake. We woke up to beautiful blue skies and golden trees, the kind of view that makes you stop and breathe. And when we got home, the leaves had turned even deeper shades of amber, and I couldn't resist crunching through them like a child. That evening, his family came over, and Finnish Papa made the most beautiful cake. It felt like the perfect way to celebrate. A few days later, the house was filled with cinnamon. Finnish Papa was making cinnamon rolls for the family, and he let me watch. He rolled the dough slowly, carefully spreading the filling, cutting each piece with such care. It was the kind of slow, comforting process that felt a little like meditation to me. Cinnamon is one of my favorite scents. It smells like home, like warmth, like nostalgia. Watching him reminded me how much I used to bake, back before my body began to slow me down. I used to spend whole afternoons in the kitchen, covered in flour, trying out new recipes. Now baking is so much harder. My hands always ache, and the fatigue even makes these simple tasks feel like marathons. But I still do what I can. Even making a small batch of cookies feels like reclaiming a piece of myself. Recently, I finally received my diagnosis of ME. It has taken years to get answers, but having a name for what I feel has brought me some peace. It's strange how clarity can bring comfort even when nothing else is changing. My life looks so different now. I used to work in an industry that celebrated exhaustion, where rest was seen as weakness. Now rest is my foundation. My days move a lot slower, softer, and with more intention. I live with my parents, and Calli still lives with his. Some might see that as unusual for our age, but for us, it means safety and stability. My parents are even building me a little assisted annex, a cozy home within a home, where I can have my independence and where Calli can stay when he moves here. He has his own disabilities too, so we understand each other in ways that feel rare and beautiful. Together we are creating a slower, sustainable kind of life, one that fits who we are now. And as I sat in the warm kitchen watching those cinnamon rolls rise, I realized something. This softness, this togetherness, this is the kind of life I've always been searching for. One of our last adventures was to a national park. I didn't have the energy to walk the trails, but Calli found a way to make it work for us. He drove me through the park, stopping at the edges of the lake where we could sit and listen to the gentle sounds of the water. I'm coming! He also found a little clearing where I could get out and touch the leaves, cool and delicate in my hand. And then he sent the drone into the sky. From above, Ruska was breathtaking. An ocean of colors stretching as far as the eye could see. Watching that footage later, I realized I had truly found what I came here searching for. I had found Ruska. On our way to the airport, Calli made one last stop, a pumpkin farm. We said it would help boost my serotonin before the flight, and we were right. I was already crying before we arrived, but the moment I saw all the pumpkins, I couldn't stop smiling. Rows and rows of them surrounded by fallen leaves, glowing in the afternoon light. We wandered slowly through the farm, laughing, taking photos, soaking up every last bit of autumn before I had to leave. There was sheep grazing nearby, and bunnies with their own furniture, which made me laugh through my tears. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through Finland's autumn. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and share. It helps me show my cozy stories to you all. I'd love to know in the comments what your favourite autumn memory has been this year. Next week, I'll be sharing Autumn in the Cotswolds, another cozy chapter in this slow seasonal story of mine.